This is one of the final videos I'm making. Basically, I've come to the end of bereavement counselling one, and it's 14 out of 26, so nearly finished it and need to do the exams. So far I've covered counselling skills level 4, meditation, anger management, CBT, bereavement counselling, teaching assistant and drugs and alcohol awareness. The teaching assistant one, although it's only level 2, I used that when I was going on my trips, and it was quite a few of them because I had to do them all for about a year and a half. And then it's all the protocol, how to look after the kids, what to do if you're left with them, and the main teachers are out for 10 minutes, that kind of thing. Like how to organise the classroom and like all the kind of legal kind of implications. It's also useful for education, psychology and counselling in general, like counselling in schools, so that's that bit. The drug and alcohol, all of these courses will tie in. It covers the whole different kind of parts of counselling itself. There might be kind of relationship counselling ones that I might just do through an organisation really, rather than try to do one of these courses on my own. I'm better off going through Relate and things like that, because I've done plenty of these courses. I've got much more idea on what I'm looking at. I've understood everything, the drug and alcohol abuse, what people kind of turn to when they're kind of suffering. That's basically what it is, and how to cope with things like that, the coping. Because when you do the drug and alcohol course, it teaches you what to do, and same with the meditation. They teach you the ways and what to do, how to kind of control these things, and it kind of ties in with every single component of counselling really, even like for bereavement and things like trauma and things like that. And it's really useful to have done so many. And the drama therapy is also something that ties in. So once you've kind of understood the basics, like you realise that like sleep deprivation, things like that, how it can affect someone's way of thinking, and how, especially in children, bereavement itself, how the trauma kind of comes through in their plays, in their playing. That's when you can kind of pick up on things like, say, if there's been a car crash, for example, a child might play and kind of crash two cars together, and they're kind of demonstrating what they've been through, and then although they might not be able to say it, they're kind of showing what's happened and what's affecting them and what have you. They might be too frightened to sleep on their own and things like that after a loss, and they don't really generally understand when someone's died, what it means. It's only with older ones that are a bit more knowledgeable, but it still affects everybody really. If it's like a grandparent who's died, or kind of a parent, for example, it really can affect everything, because people are kind of used to having certain relatives and what have you around. So it's really quite difficult really, the transition from kind of having a stable, having everybody there, and suddenly somebody's passed away. It might even just be a distant uncle or something who comes round a lot, and they're no longer around. Things like that can really affect someone. The same goes for friends, like when friends pass away, or somebody's been diagnosed with an illness and things like that, can affect everybody. So these courses are useful. So far I've done plenty of them. This might be my final video, and then maybe an update in a few months or in a few weeks if I manage to get onto the counselling part, and like see if I kind of meet new people and friends and what have you, and kind of manage to get in. That would have to be a time commitment, like kind of solid hours, like at least one day a week, or kind of split over 2 days, maybe 10 hours, rather than try to kind of, because it's travel costs and things like that, because there might be some in Enfield, which is where I live, but there might also be other ones in other parts of London where where they might also have kind of things like courses and workshops and things like that that are useful. And that's it. After I've done my 100 hours, I can probably be registered with National Counselling Register with all these courses, plus my degree in psychology, even though it's from many years ago, plus the postgraduate credits at master's level. Because that kind of covered, the main area for that was the literature review was on, it's more like criminal psychology really. It's about false confession. So there you go, it's covered a whole range of it. My business plan, my eBay shop, that's bookkeeping that I've been looking at. I'm doing that at the moment as well, and running a small business. So that's kind of like, the business psychology and how to do things and how to run a small business. That's something separate that I've been doing for many years. And sales are up, sales are down. I'm kind of trying to run like a proper business as well. So that's the two things I'm working on at the moment. Because I mean, there's a lot of work, a lot of competition out there. Sales wise, it's tough. It's not easy. especially when it's nothing original. So I've got my own kind of, if I can write a book, make more of these videos and things, and start getting into accounting properly, and then to run that eBay shop, I might kind of try to, maybe either the book will do well, or like kind of think of something different, like if it's child psychology, maybe that's another area to look at. Maybe I might kind of look into child psychology a bit more in depth, and kind of, I mean, I'm not sure I want dolls that look like me 100%, although it's something I'm thinking of, but who knows, watch this space.